So, dear students, welcome to History for Exams. Today, we are going to discuss and continue our discussion on previous questions from UGC NET examination since 2018. Let me share the particular screen for you guys and we can start our discussion. As part of our discussion, this is part 3. This is part 3 of our discussion. So, dear students, make sure that you are joining the Telegram group to get the notes. That is something very important, right? There is no need to write all the notes that you are watching from this particular video. You can download the simple notes from our Telegram itself. So, dear students, with a humble request, I say just to join this Telegram group and utilize your best of the time and just focus on revising maximum content. So, guys, today we are going to discuss some very important questions from history. And before starting with that, we have one particular course in English medium for non-Malayali students that is simply referred as what? Astra. And this is a mentorship oriented batch. And you can avail this course just for 3,999 only. You will get classes, PDF notes, tests, roundtable discussions as we are having now, mentorship support, revision plan and modules and everything just at 3,999 with the 48% offer. So just utilize this opportunity very well as well as share with your other friends. If you are finding this particular video that much useful and beneficial, just to do comment so that I'll let you know like how much this video is getting useful for you. Otherwise, I'll be stopping such kind of discussions. So just update me with your valuable feedback and suggestions and things. So guys, today we are discussing some other questions from 2018 question paper itself. 2018 question paper itself, and this is our part 3. And you have this particular discussion. And here is your first question, guys. Just read it and go for your answers. And the question is very simple. Kathina ceremony of Buddhist Sangha is related to with what? Option A, B, C, D. Everyone in the live should answer this particular question. You have 4 options, right? So Kathina ceremony is something related to the distribution of what that you have to choose. So guys, you have 10 seconds to answer. Your time starts now. Just to try to answer it right now. Make it faster. All please comment. All please comment. I'm waiting for a response, guys. So please do comment. Kathina ceremony of Buddhist Sangha. So something related to Buddhist Sangha. This ceremony is called as Kathina ceremony. So for your examination, make sure that you are learning all the ceremonies. Like Upanayana ceremony is there. There are many ceremonies associated with Buddhism. Just to try to focus such kind of information for your examination. In order to get such kind of valuable information, join our comprehensive course as well. So Kathina ceremony is related to the distribution of robes. Distribution of robes. So let me give you a brief explanation to this particular question. So it's a Buddhist festival that celebrates giving of alms and robes to the monks at the end of monsoon period or Vasa. So sometimes you'll get such a question like Vasa in Buddhism related to which season? Such question also can be expected. So that is monsoon period. So in October and November month, after this end of this monsoon season, what will happen? The Buddhist monks will get out and they begin to travel again, right? That's why they will be provided with something new cloth and things. That's why it is called as Kathina or meaning cloth. So it's a time to mark the end of the rainy retreat and for nomadic Buddhist monks to move on. So now onwards, after this particular ceremony, Kathina ceremony, Buddhist monks can travel freely. This is the importance of this ceremony. So dear students, now just go and revise the most important terminologies associated with Buddhism, especially regarding different ceremonies. Just try to write down such terminologies and go for a good revision. Okay. Going to another question, question number 2. Which of the following regions was ruled by 2 kings with a council of elders? Meaning what? Ganasangha something. During the time of Alexander's invasion in India. So Alexander is going to invade India around 326 BC. During that particular period, Which of the following regions like Shudraga, Patala, Sibi, Saubhuti ruled by two kings? So you are being asked to identify the regions ruled by two kings. So two kings are ruled in which of the following states? You have four options, guys. Everyone, just to try to comment your answer, something very important for the examination. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. Guys, something very important. Don't miss out this particular discussion. So just to give me your answer. Just to go for the best one that you feel right, because there is no negative so far, right? And the answer for this particular question is option B, Patala. So Patala region is in Pakistan region. Around 326 BC, what we can say, Alexander is going to invade India. And it's located in the Sindh region of Pakistan and in the mouth of river Indus. Alexander constructed one particular harbor there at Patala. Sometimes you will get this particular information as another question in future. That's why just learn from the points that we are providing. And the king of Patala came to Alexander and surrendered. So what we can see? So normally what will happen? Alexander is going to take control of that particular region, but at the same time, Alexander gave that particular region to these kings and asked them to rule independently. Okay. But in Patala, Alexander had his own establishment. Just to try to understand this much of information, guys. Now moving to another question, very important question, Ashoka's contemporary. The contemporary foreign king, Turamaya, was the ruler of which country? Cyrene, Egypt, Epirus, Syria. So this is something very relevant question for UGC NET examination, like contemporary kings are something very important. The kings and contemporaries. The topic, kings and contemporaries. So dear students, you have been asked like King Turamaya belongs to which country, and he is one of the contemporary of Ashoka. And the answer for this particular question, guys, please comment it. We have four options like A, B, C, D. Cyrene, Egypt, Epirus, and Syria. Which one you find most suitable or best answer for this particular question? Answer is option B, Egypt. So Ashoka's rock edict number 13 actually mentioned about some of the very important Greek kings. His 13th inscription says about Greek contemporary kings. And Turamaya was one of the contemporary king of Ashoka at Egypt. And historians believe that it may be sometimes Ptolemy, but it is wrong. Ptolemy is some other person. So just to try to understand the contemporaries like Antiochus of Syria, Marca of Cyrene, just to learn such kind of names. Turamaya of Egypt, Odkina of Macedonia. So dear students, I request everyone to learn such kind of information as well, something very important for your examination. This type of questions are sometimes very tough for most of the aspirants. That's why I'm discussing some of such very important questions. So don't miss out such important learnings and insights while you are discussing PYQs. Okay. Moving to another question. A Kushan Devakula. It's a particular region, right? Devakula. Where statues of royal persons were kept has been founded. So Kushan meaning Kushana dynasty. Devakula meaning a particular region like a temple, in which what we can see the statues of royal persons were kept in that particular Devakula. Such Devakula has been found at Ahichatra, Chamba, Mat, and Shabasgarhi. So you have four options, guys, just to try to comment. So some of the very important locations with some very unique features are something very important in our particular discussion. And in this video itself, we had discussed some of the very important sites and significance like Patala. And as we are having this particular question, something important, guys. So please comment it very fastly. Please comment it very fastly. Yeah, answer for this particular question is option C, Mat. Okay, so the family temple that is called as Devakula in Sanskrit of Kushana royal family, where the patron deity or deities of Kushanas were worshipped. So such two Devakulas so far discovered, one at Mal or Mat near Madura. One is at Mathura and another at Surka Kotal in Bactria, Afghanistan region. So just note this particular location as well, Surka Kotal in Afghanistan region. And this Devakulas contains sculptures of Kushana rulers like Kanishka and others. And you know that Devakula, something more associated with the Kushana dynasty. Something very important. Okay. Now we have another very important location-based question. Guys, try to answer this particular question as well. And this is our last question, I think. Which of the following represent inland markets in the Dakshinapada, meaning South India, as mentioned by the Periplus of Erythraean Sea? So you guys know around 1st century AD, the work Periplus of Erythraean Sea is going to mention. And in that textbook, we have Dakshinapada, like Uttarapada and Dakshinapada. In Dakshinapada, we had some very important inland markets. You are discussing inland markets. So you have to identify which are the two inland markets mentioned here. Like options are Amravati and Nagarjunakonda, Kalyan and Kanneri, Nasik and Junar, Pradistan and Thagar. These are 4 options, guys. So just comment the best one that you feel fit to this particular question. Just to try to understand. Yep, the answer for this particular question is option D, Pradistan and Thagar. So guys, whenever you are learning certain important accounts as well as dynasties, like we have Shadavanas here during this particular period, Shadavanas, make sure that you are learning the most important trade centers. Whether it is of Shadavanas, whether it is of Kushanas, whether it is of Harshavardhana, whatever it is. While you are learning any dynasties, trade centers are something have significant place in UGC NET examination. Similarly, while you are learning any account like Periplus of Erythraean Sea, or otherwise you are learning Al-Biruni's Kitab al-Hind, just to focus what actually is mentioned about India, what it says importantly about India. Such kind of information also very important for NET examination. So I can give only certain very important insights here. Okay, that's why we are discussing these PYQs. We'll be discussing some of the very important such examination-oriented points later in our classrooms. So guys, to get such notes, just join in our Telegram channel, as well as the answer for this particular question is Paitan or Pradisthanapura, that is in Maharashtra region. One of the very important few inland towns mentioned in the Periplus of Erythraean Sea. We don't know the author, right? Name of the author. And one of the very important site during the time of Shadavanas itself. Similarly, another site was Thagar, another Greek Roman trade center in Shadavana Empire. So this is something very important, guys. So if you want to take the course, make sure that you are checking our description box to get the link, as well as joining our Telegram channel by again checking the description box. So dear students, by this we are completing this particular discussion. Hope the discussion is very useful for you. I want your genuine comments and feedback and suggestions. Then only I'll be able to provide more videos for your upcoming examination. That's all, guys, for now. Thank you. Bye-bye.